Hello, my name is Michael Wybrow and I'd like to welcome you to FIT3178 iOS app development. So in this video I'm going to give you a brief introduction to the unit. In the following videos that we have for this week that prepare you for the workshop, I will cover details of the assessment. I'll go through the weekly topics, which is useful for understanding the things we cover when designing your own app. And then I will give an introduction to iOS and we'll spend some time talking about the specifics of the Swift programming language, which is what we use to write iOS apps. So the learning outcomes for this unit would have you by the end of the unit understanding the sort of limitations and capabilities of UIKit and associated technologies. So knowing what is possible in terms of iOS apps. We would expect that you can understand and utilize Apple's design guidelines and build effective navigation and user interfaces for mobile apps. And we would expect you to be able to apply common design patterns which are used throughout the UIKit frameworks. And that's things like model view controller and delegation. And ultimately, we'd expect you to be able to follow best practices to design, construct, and test non-trivial iOS apps that have a web service component. So basically, everything in this unit is all about building an iOS app. And you'll see that all of the assessment in the unit is geared towards this aim. So as I said, I'm the lecturer and chief examiner. We have a great set of demonstrators that many of whom work as iOS developers as their job or who have experience as independent iOS app developers. And both we have Jason and Josh as the sort of head TAs in the unit, and they both have significant experience with the unit for a number of years like myself. So in terms of what we expect you to know leading into this unit, all we really require is that you have a basic programming unit. And what we expect from that is that you understand things like control structures, conditionals, loops, sequences, functions, classes, and objects. And we don't expect you to know Swift. We're going to talk to you about Swift, and we'll be doing some of that today and in the week 1 workshops and labs. And as we do that, we'll contrast and compare Swift with other programming languages you're likely to have seen before. So Moodle is the place to go to find all of the materials for the unit. That's the pre-workshop videos such as this one, workshop slides, and any demo projects that we create in the workshops, and obviously the lab, supplementary exercises, and assignment specifications. The Ed forum should be your first port of call for getting help or asking any kind of questions or discussing ideas with fellow classmates or teaching staff. And we will monitor that regularly so that we respond quickly. Consultation times will be listed on Moodle, so if you need to, you can come along to consultations and get additional help on any of the lab material or your assignment work. If you need to send us or ask us particular questions about the unit, rather than emailing myself or Josh or Jason or your demonstrator, I would suggest that you send email to this email address, fit3178.clayton-x@monash.edu. This is a role account. Jason, Josh, and I all monitor it, and we can respond in a more timely manner. And we also have a Discord. When I need to let you know about news and announcements, we will do this via the Moodle site, and you'll get email notifications. So make sure you pay attention to your email and monitor Moodle. Okay, this unit doesn't have an exam, but it is not a unit where you can just leave the assignment to the last minute and do them and get them done. We're building real working apps, non-trivial apps in this unit, and you can't do it in 6 hours overnight before the assignment deadline. I've seen students who've tried that, they don't pass the unit, they fail with flying colors. Doing well in this unit requires you to engage with the material consistently and every week, and sort of build your skills, and all of the activities and the assessments are geared towards this. So each week there's an expectation that you watch about an hour of pre-workshop videos, each one roughly about 10 minutes, and making up 1 hour in total, that you participate in a 2-hour workshop where we'll take what was shown in the pre-workshop videos and we'll extend upon them, but there's a lot of opportunities for interactivity. I'll do some live coding. We'll talk about particular problems that often arise that students run into, and you can guide and ask questions that you have in the workshop. And that will prepare you for your lab class, which will follow that activity later in the week. And you'll have a 3-hour lab class that you should have some preparation done for. So ideally you go along with the first question that you have, so you maximize the use of the time and availability of your demonstrator. And then it's required that you'll spend 6 additional hours per week, and that would be completing lab exercises and extensions and working on assignments. And you know, the best way to do well in this unit is to work consistently and sort of methodically throughout the unit, rather than leaving things till the last minute. That really doesn't work. All right, thanks for watching, and in the following video I'll talk to you about the assessment breakdown.